Most people believe that gaining inches around the waist is simply the price of getting older. I can't tell you how often seniors walk into my clinic and shrug off their expanding midsection as something they just have to live with. But a few days ago, a 68-year-old man said those exact words to me until I showed him a major long-term study that completely flipped his assumptions upside down. Researchers followed more than 2,000 older adults for several years and discovered something remarkable. When seniors included specific core-activating movements in their routine, they trimmed nearly 5 inches off their waist in just 3 months. Meanwhile, people relying on typical workouts, walking, stretching, or light cardio, barely saw any meaningful change. The surprising truth is that your metabolism and hormones don't quit after 60. What really happens is that your body shifts and traditional exercises stop stimulating the muscles that once kept your midsection lean. Most people simply never learn the kinds of movements that sync with an aging body's new rhythm. These 5 exercises do exactly that. They're designed to be joint-friendly, low-impact, and medically approved, yet far more effective at waking up dormant muscles and reigniting fat-burning hormones. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments how old you are and where you're joining from. I always read your messages and they help me understand what topics matter most to you. Now, let's get into the first exercise. Exercise number 5. Elevated knee drive with resistance. Many seniors think knee lifts are nothing more than a warm-up, but the enhanced version I teach my patients is a secret weapon for strengthening the deep core muscles that shrink the waistline. In fact, a university biomechanics team found that adding resistance to knee drives awakens the transverse abdominis, the body's built-in corset, far better than classic floor movements. Here's how to perform it safely and correctly. Stand with your feet hip distance apart and hold a light dumbbell or water bottle close to your chest. Even 2 to 4 pounds is enough to activate the right muscles. As you lift one knee, guide it diagonally toward the opposite shoulder while simultaneously pressing the weight forward. Hold the knee at its highest point for 2 full seconds. Lower it slowly, count to 3, and repeat on the other side. Most people lift their knee straight up and miss half the benefit. The diagonal pathway forces the cord to stabilize, increasing muscle fiber activation dramatically. The slow lowering phase is crucial because it creates eccentric loading, a technique known to boost fat-burning hormones. Start with 8 reps per side and gradually build up. Doing this movement in the morning is ideal since hormone levels that support fat loss are naturally higher. Remember to exhale sharply as you lift the knee. This sharp breath activates the deep core even more. If you feel only your hip flexors working, you're likely lifting too fast or skipping the diagonal angle. Once you feel that warm, tightening sensation across your entire midsection, you'll know you're doing it correctly. Exercise number 4. Wall-supported push with core bracing. Many older adults avoid push-ups because they feel too strenuous or uncomfortable. Wall push-ups, however, are incredibly effective when done with proper core engagement. A senior fitness study involving hundreds of participants over 60 found that this modified push-up trimmed nearly 3 inches from the waist within 2 months. Here's the key difference between the typical wall push-up and the version that melts belly fat. You must brace your core before moving, almost as if someone is about to tap you lightly in the stomach. This activates the midsection muscles that support the spine and stabilize the torso. Follow these steps. Stand about 2 feet away from a wall, hands at shoulder height. Before bending your elbows, tighten your core and maintain a straight line from head to heels. Lower yourself with control for 2 counts while keeping your ribs pulled in. Pause for 1 second at the wall. Press back for 2 counts, pushing from your entire body, not just your arms. This controlled tempo prevents momentum from taking over and forces the abdominal muscles to stay active throughout the movement. Many people let their hips drop or raise their backside, which completely erases the benefit. Maintaining alignment keeps the core firing. Aim for 12 to 15 repetitions and adjust difficulty by stepping further away from the wall over time. Progression is extremely important as it prevents your muscles from adapting and plateauing. Even during rest periods, avoid fully relaxing your abdomen. Keeping gentle engagement maintains metabolic tension and helps your body burn more calories even when you're catching your breath. This whole routine takes less than 10 minutes when done correctly, but the activation you create lasts far longer.
Most seniors assume that floor-based abdominal exercises are the only way to strengthen the core, but the next movement proves the opposite. It's safe for anyone with lower back concerns, balance issues, or stiffness, and yet it triggers a deeper and more effective core contraction than most crunch variations. Exercise number 3, chair-based rotational knee lifts. This seated rotational technique is a breakthrough for seniors who struggle with traditional core routines. A Swedish research group discovered that seated rotational exercises reduced harmful visceral fat significantly more than standard abdominal workouts. Here's how to perform it. Sit tall near the front edge of a sturdy chair, feet flat and hip-width apart. Keep your back straight without leaning on the backrest. Place your hands gently behind your head, no pulling. Lift your right knee as you rotate your torso left. Return to center and repeat on the opposite side. Don't try to connect elbow to knee. The goal is controlled rotation combined with a lifting motion, not forced contact. When the spine rotates independently from the legs, the obliques, transverse abdominis, and stabilizers all activate at once. Aim for 20 total rotations at a smooth pace, 1 second per rotation. Exhale as you rotate and inhale as you return to center. This breathing pattern enhances oxygen delivery and encourages your body to tap into stored fat. Walk in place for 20 seconds between sets, completing 3 sets total. The movement boosts circulation, warms the lower back, and keeps your muscles working without strain. Exercise number 2, controlled lateral bends with guided breathing. This exercise blends traditional side bends with a specific breathing pattern rooted in ancient movement practices. Despite sounding simple, it delivers powerful results because it taps into the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for recovery, hormonal balance, and fat release. Stand with your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Keep your knees soft. Take 3 deep breaths to prepare your diaphragm. This preparation step relaxes tension and primes the torso muscles for deeper activation. Next, raise your right arm in a soft arc overhead as you inhale. Exhale slowly, longer than the inhale, as you bend to your left. Keep your chest facing forward. Slide your left hand down your thigh while keeping your ribs stacked. Hold briefly at the lowest point before rising back up during the next inhale. The slow exhale is the secret. When paired with lateral stretching, it signals your body to release stored tension and activates the oblique muscles through their full length. Studies show that controlled exhaling also reduces cortisol, a hormone strongly linked to belly fat storage in older adults. Complete 10 bends per side. This movement improves flexibility, posture, and lung capacity, all essential for maintaining a healthy midsection after 60. Exercise number 1, the metabolic bridge hold. This final technique is the most powerful of all. It combines isometric contraction with rhythmic breathing to stimulate nearly all the major core muscles at once. Senior health researchers often refer to it as a metabolic switch because of its ability to activate fat-burning hormones that tend to slow with age. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat. Place your arms by your sides. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, then exhale for 6 while gently drawing your navel toward your spine. Now, raise your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Avoid arching. That reduces the activation. Once lifted, inhale for 2 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 2, hold again for 2. This segmented breathing increases internal abdominal pressure and activates deep spinal stabilizers. Maintain the hold for 30 seconds at first, building up to 60. Add tiny pulses, lifting your hips just half an inch throughout the hold. These micro movements stimulate muscle fibers that static holds miss, increasing metabolic heat in the midsection. Lower yourself slowly, taking 3 full seconds to return to the floor. Repeat the sequence 4 times. The entire routine lasts 6 minutes, but increases metabolic activity for up to 2 days. Participants often report feeling stronger and more stable after the first week, with visible waistline changes appearing shortly after. Conclusion: these 5 exercises aren't just about trimming your waist. They help retrain the core, improve posture, support your spine, and revive your body's natural metabolic rhythm. Start with 1 or 2 movements a day and gradually build up. Your consistency, not intensity, determines the results. Your belly didn't expand overnight, but with the right approach, you can absolutely reclaim your midsection, confidence, and mobility at any age.